A bunch of us got together very organically, if you may. And we tried to think that while we kept seeing in social media and in other places that there was a large cry for help from people whose family members who were affected by COVID, and they fell into the large category of beds, ICU beds, oxygen, medicines, all sorts of cries and plea from the average citizen of the country to help. And most of these were being asked and fulfilled, in my humble opinion, on friends and family groups on WhatsApp and certainly Twitter. And I realized that there is still a large gap on people who have access to these things. So we put our head down and we said, can we create a verified database of suppliers of all the things that I just mentioned? There are a bunch of people doing this, and we are just making this large. That's our vision. This large, real-time, verified database, and the 3 consumer channels, and that might become 4 and 5. So that's really where we are. We are a group of people extremely committed, completely pro bono, not a penny in any compensation, but we're very, very focused on really going out and giving as much of support as we can as COVID citizens to all the people in distress today. We came out with the COVID Citizens name, and thus we created the covidcitizens.org. So our first stop for anybody, perhaps, could be the COVID Citizens platform, which is covidcitizens.org, and then on that platform itself, on that web page, which is available on both desktop and the mobile, obviously, you can go pick your GPS, enable your GPS, and we find which city you are in, and then you pick a subcategory of what you want, medicines, ICU, oxygen, meal service, elder. You can pick something and we will hopefully point it towards the nearest one around you. We are certainly working with some of the API providers on Google Maps and Map My India, and just make sure that we even give a map view. So that all is available from that one interface of the verified database at the back. We are an API first organization or a group of people, if you may. If anybody wants this data, happy to tell you today they can take it. Anybody wants to make their own bot, make their own app, want to make their own website, take our information. We want to remain the people who verified through a massive set of volunteers and perhaps some tech. But we're very open to sharing our databases. We're very open to doing that. This is not the time for building one better than the other. But yeah, we are oriented to throw as many resources as possible so that people get as many resources as possible.
So when we started out, Divyansh and me, we quickly looked at the data across different channels through which consumers consume information. We quickly realized that WhatsApp is the way to go, and the WhatsApp team and the founders have done a phenomenal job of creating a platform which serves more than 5 billion people around the globe. And there are 2 key benefits around using a WhatsApp based interface. First, that it's omnipresent, and we can push real-time instant information, and people don't really have to go to another platform. So that is very, very, very critical because we don't want people to scramble through Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and go to different channels just to get information. Because if you think from a first principles, people who are looking for these information are already under a lot of stress and tension and trying to save lives. So they need the information right away. And that's what our primary focus has been. And the second biggest aspect of this is getting information from the people itself, not just pushing information. So what other initiatives are doing is providing all this information through different channels. And the problem is they're not able to get real-time information from the ground itself. We are fundamentally a bi-directional channel, and through that we can get verifications done from the users. We can get an idea of what's going on in the ground, and we can also ask follow-up questions.
right now we're talking about 3 modes of communication. We're looking at it growing, but as of now, which is 6 days old, our third one is it's a social media audio platform. In fact, it's India's first. The way you do a Fireside app is you get on the website or you have a link. You download it. It comes like a little app, and you press it. And after you've entered your user profile, you straightway come into, it's like a lobby of a building, which says which room do you want to go to. And you can choose a room. So you can choose COVID room Bangalore, you can choose any city, or you can even choose a language room. And you get in there. And when you're there, you have a couple of volunteers who are already there. They come in a different color so that you know a volunteer from another fellow seeker, as it is. And you ask your question, saying, this is what I want. And what happens is then they take you, if necessary, if you want privacy, that's also possible. You can go into a private voice room and it's just you and that volunteer have that conversation. If you're okay to have that conversation with 2-3 other people or how many ever people there are, then that's also possible. And like Utkarsh said, currently we're looking at 5 languages, but our voice volunteers today are already over 11 languages enabled.